Welcome, Run the Block 813. I'm Ken, aka the Street Consultant. I'm here with the CEO, founder, my good friend, Mr. Block.
What's up, guys? I am Block from Run the Block.
So we're gonna get down to why we're here, man. You put out a Facebook, Instagram post, letting everybody know to kind of throw you some questions so you can be interviewed.
Yeah. I kind of wanted to get some people to throw some questions out, ask me some questions. I know people are kind of interested in how we do things and how we maneuver and kind of like what got us here. You know what I mean? So let them ask and we answer. So let's get it going.
I guess first question would be just tell us a little bit more about yourself, like personal wise and business wise, just a little bit, and then we'll get into the questions.
Well, people knows me as a Block. My name is James. I'm born and raised in Tampa, Florida. My family's been here since like mid 1800s, so we've been here for a very long time. Blessed, lived in the same house my whole life. Then me and my wife bought a house.
Same phone number?
Same phone number. Yeah, I told you that. Yeah, same phone number since my first phone ever. Made sure I kept that like that. That was one thing I always told my mom. I gotta have the same number. I can't change it. Can't change it. But yeah, man. Like I said, born and raised here. Went to Mitchell Elementary. Went to Coleman Middle School and Wilson Middle School. Then went to Plant High School. Had the pleasure to play football there. Got 2 rings. And that was an experience in its own. I'm not gonna lie. That my coach kind of taught me a lot of things in life, and I kind of owe it to him, Coach Wiener. If you're watching this, man, owe a lot to you. Taught me a lot. Yeah, taught me a lot, man. Taught me a lot in life, and I kind of just rolled it over to this.
So now married, kids.
Married, kid. I got a kid. Her name is Jubilee. I got a wife named Jaylene. Amazing. She works for USAA. She holding it down at the crib.
Okay, well, hey, we appreciate you because I'm a veteran myself, so definitely appreciate you.
Down at the crib for me while I go follow my dreams. That is huge for me. You know what I mean? She's allowing me to go do these things and kind of go risk it all. You know what I mean? Risk it for the biscuit, and she's kind of maintaining the house for us. So.
Kind of like we were saying earlier about betting on yourself.
Yeah, exactly. Like we were talking about, betting on myself, and she's betting on me too. You know what I mean? So I couldn't really ask for much more than that. But yeah, got a beautiful daughter named Jubilee. She is hilarious. She has so much personality. She's almost 15 months. She was born in August.
Congratulations.
It's crazy. It's an eye-opening thing. At Marky's house, I think that's when I said she was pregnant, you know what I mean? And now, time just flies, man. And it's crazy. And with the kid, man, time even goes by faster. Like you really realize it. You know what I mean? Really.
So how is that? That's actually one of the questions that I got is how is it being a dad and obviously a first time dad?
Yeah. I mean, it was eye-opening, really. I mean, I thought I was hungry already, and with her, it kind of just pushed me to be even more hungrier. But in like different ways, you know what I mean? Kind of figure out how to maneuver properly, but give her the most time I can, No, it's awesome, man. Being a dad is awesome. That feeling, you can't really explain it. People say it, and I was like, why can't you explain it? But now I understand why you can't explain it. And so.
Yeah. So we'll stick to the kids for right now. So I had a question. So for your daughter Jubilee. If you could hand her down 3 pairs of shoes, which ones and why?
3 pairs of shoes. First off, a Jubilee 11.
Okay.
Because Jubilee.
Correct. Okay.
What's
that colorway like?
It's a black and like a off-white almost on the sole a little bit. The Jubilee 11s, all black. Actually, she has a pair. She has a baby pair.
Okay.
We made sure we got her a pair of those. Then I would do probably, I don't even know I guess if I had to pass it down, pass it down when she's like has big enough feet.
Older,
big enough feet to be able to do it. But me personally, I get her some Union 1s.
Okay.
Those are my favorite Jordan 1s of all time. I would say the specific black toe. I would definitely get her that one. And I'm a 1s man. Me and my wife both, we love 1s. Okay. That's like our go, as I'm wearing 1s right now.
Most definitely.
And I'd probably pass her off some classic Bread toe ones.
Yeah.
You know, me and my wife,
Can't go wrong with the classics.
me and my wife both have those pairs, so I think I would just pass along one of those. You can't go wrong. You can't go wrong with the classics, man. So you really can't argue with that, you know. So those are definitely the three shoes I'd probably pass down to her for sure.
Okay. That's a good three. I like that three. So what shoe describes your personality the most? If you had to pick a shoe,
Question.
which one you think out of
It's a lot of shoes to choose from. My personality too. That's a good question, Ken. If I had to choose a shoe to match,
matches the majority of your personality,
Majority.
like who you are, you'd say like if you could put any shoe out there, this is the one that represents Block the most. This is the one that for most of the part of my day or 9 times out of 10 when you see me, this is kind of like my personality. What's gonna show off?
what to dunk. That's the shoe because it's a bunch of different shoes, dunks, all SBs all in one, and I feel like myself is kind of like a mixture. You know what I mean? Like I feel like I could blend in a lot of different atmospheres. So I feel like when you see me, you get what you get, kind of. You know what I mean? Like, but I could definitely blend in.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? So I would say what the dunk because it's a mixture of a bunch of the best SBs all into one.
Okay, most definitely, most definitely.
Yeah, that was a hard question.
Well, we're gonna lighten up a little bit. This one you shouldn't have to.
We don't know nothing. I don't know what he's asking me. You know what I mean? So this is all organic for you guys. You know what I mean? So
This one might be a little bit easier for you. So, one of the questions from IG: Can you dunk?
no, I cannot dunk, but I can grab rim.
You grab it?
Yeah, I can still grab rim. I was pretty impressed. Alex, he'll tell you, he was impressed too.
Shout out to Alex, the photographer.
I could probably dunk a tennis ball.
Yeah.
Probably dunk a tennis ball.
Okay.
But I can't dunk no. I can't palm, man. I got small hands. I can't palm a basketball for my life.
So, speaking of dunks and dunkers, another question. Would you rather wear a real pair of Shaqs or a real pair of Starberries?
Probably some Shaqs.
Shaqs?
Yeah.
Why are we going with the Shaqs?
I mean, it's Shaq. You know what I mean? Fuck. Like if I had to choose a Shaq, I mean, the little logo on that thing is a little weird, but I mean, if I had to rock between the two, Shaq. Yeah, Shaq.
I mean, I think I'm more of a Starberry. I think Starberries look a little more better, but if you're going brand, I mean, Shaq.
Yeah.
How can you? If I had to choose, maybe I'm barefooted. I guess we'll kind of get into a little bit of run the block 813. So another question: What made you start reselling? What got you into the reselling business?
My friend Nate and Maya, and then an old friend of mine, Kingston, got me into reselling. Kingston used to bought Supreme, used to go back to California and go to Supreme and get stuff. So kind of just telling me about it, you know, like, hey, maybe you can make some money with this stuff. And then my homie Nate and Maya, they were already like sneakerheads. Like they were already going out, getting the shoes and doing the stuff that I'm doing now, you know, and I kind of saw it. And then I met a person named Matt with Vault 813, you know, partnered with him, you know, separated from that. And now we're here in the wholesale journey. You know, that's where we're at now. I think through time, I've started to figure out like what's best for me, you know, like time wise and, you know, using your time the best. And for me, I think wholesale is definitely the route. And that's kind of what.
So how has that journey been? As you know, what I'm saying, how long? Because the business is how long have you had a business?
Like fiscally working for like 2.5 years now.
Okay.
Almost 3 years. I got laid off like 3 years ago. Good friend of mine, Mark. He is my business partner. He's behind the scenes. He's amazing. He came to me, investment opportunity, and I kind of took the risk, and he took the risk too, and we just kind of just hit the ground running, man. And yeah, I mean, really can't ask for nothing much more than that.
Definitely. So I go back to that. So how has that been? Just going the journey right now through those first 2-3 years.
The journey was tough, man. I would say, like in the beginning, we were working. I mean, we're still not paying ourselves, but I kind of had to figure it out, you know what I mean? Because, I don't have money, like, you know what I mean? Like,
Yeah,
So
yeah.
I had to figure it
So,
out.
so what would you say is like? That's another question. What is one or maybe a couple of your biggest obstacles that you've had to deal with along these couple of years?
would be obviously everybody has the financial, you know what I mean, the financial struggles. But like I said, my wife, she's fucking,
Rock star.
you know what I mean. So holds it down, man, and not and I kind of have to worry about like my personal stuff. You know what I mean? But it's that I would say just the financials and also, man, I mean marriage, like with the business and everything like that, you got to make sure everybody's happy at home with the child and everything, like keeping the at-home life separate too from the business. And it's kind of hard when you're an entrepreneur. You're like your business is your life.
Definitely.
You know what I mean? So it can kind of consume you in a way. So it's kind of finding a way to balance everything. Really, is the struggle, the daily struggle. I would say not even like a. This is a daily struggle for me. Just trying to find a balance, man. That's entrepreneurship, though. You know what I mean? So you know what you're getting into. You just got to make it work, So that's all. That's all we kind of do.
Yeah. Facts. Being an entrepreneur, I can definitely relate to that.
Exactly.
But I heard something else that I can relate to that I had earlier on in my days, and that was you not paying yourself.
Yeah.
So, seeing, sometimes maybe even the stigma out there, you know what I'm saying, when you're reselling and it's such high value, you would think, oh, no, he's got to be paying himself. Like why, or maybe like what are some expenses that people don't see on the back end?
It's
And
more or
that's,
less. I don't mean to cut you off. I don't think it's more or less like an expense thing. It's more or less that we move different. You know what I mean? We're smart. We don't need it, but we do. Like my partner doesn't need it. I have a wife that, like I said, helps me tremendously. So I really don't need it. I had like a shoe pile, like an investment shoe pile that I've been living off of since we started it. Just buying and holding and flipping, and that's kind of how I've been surviving day to day. Is like that personally, but really just moving smart. I mean, that's why we do it. We want to
one of those things, not to cut you off as well, but what does that look like moving smart? Like,
we want to build the company's net worth up. We just don't want to suck it dry. You know what I mean? We want to be able to use the LLC like you should. Leveraging it properly, creating long-term wealth by letting the money, because money is a tool.
correct.
So by using the money as a tool to catapult us to where our next step is, which for us I think is real estate, as everybody would want to go to, buying property, whether it's rentals, fix and flips, holds, whatever it is. Just that's the long-term goal, and we knew that getting into it. Me and my partner knew, like, hey, sneakers would be awesome to be forever, and if it is forever, I'm down to ride. But once we get enough money, let's venture off into real estate too, so we don't just put all our eggs in one basket. Real estate is kind of like forever almost, so it's kind of proven. So and that's kind of where my business partner comes from too, is the real estate side. So they have a really good understanding of it, and he's kind of is leading me the correct way, and I'm just kind of following the footsteps and kicking down every door that I have.
That's what's up. So, I guess staying along the sneaker angle, how would one know if sneakers are legit? It's a little two-part question because StockX was selling fakes.
Yeah.
So how is it? You know what I'm saying? Like that was a big site people was going to, and then now it's like, you know what I'm saying? It's like, who if StockX is selling me fakes? How I don't know. Yeah, who can we trust?
I mean,
Real question: who can you trust, right? So I mean, how do I know? I've been doing this for quite some time, and I've kind of vented out every guy or person that I purchase from. Mainly, we get a lot of stuff from the retailers because we do sneaker bot. But for me personally, that's kind of how I've made it for myself. I kind of knew that was an issue. I never see myself buying off of StockX. I use it more or less as a platform to gauge what I price things off of or how I buy. You know what I mean? Because that's like a market. It's a marketplace, so it kind of gives you an idea of kind of how to buy things, but or sell things. But other people just lock in with me. I mean, that's how you know. But you get like,
Is there like maybe I know every shoe is probably different. But is there like a certain criteria like you're supposed to look at or maybe know?
Really stitching. I mean, if you want to, I guess if you want to keep it broad,
Yeah.
to kind of like how can you tell? I mean, but they've gotten really good nowadays. They've gotten really good, man. I mean, but I would say stitching. Have a black light. Always have a black light, just because
What's the black light?
it shows you like the misstitching kind of. If they have like the marks on it, like if you throw the black light over it, you'll see like the misstitchings. And if it's like from a factory, they usually don't like fuck up or mess up.
Okay.
You know what I mean? It's kind of like on point, so you'll kind of see. And also on the boxes, you'll see like certain stamps, and that shouldn't be there. You know what I mean? So that's kind of like another way to tell. You could feel the shoe box. You know, you could feel the paper inside, feel the actual material of the shoe. You could
So it even
squeeze.
goes to not even just the shoe, but the box itself.
Yeah, of course, the box itself. You know, squeezing the sole of the shoe. If it folds like a pancake, it's not supposed to do that. You know what I mean? It's supposed to be a little sturdy. You know what I mean? So there's just certain things you could do. Now they have apps out available. Check. You know, you can send pictures in and they'll check it for you. But me personally, man, that's why I kind of vented out my sellers and got them from and like kind of locked those guys in, and that's who has been supplying me for the longest now.
So I guess going on that on the supplier and stuff like that, not to get too much into it, but obviously like a lot of shoes that you deal with, I just can't go to Foot Locker and get them. Like how is that process, or how is it like I said, I don't want you to kind of give up your sources or anything or nothing, but how is that, like why can't, you know what I'm saying, if I want a pair of shoes I seen you have, but maybe your price is a little too high. Why can't I just go to Foot Locker, or wherever? How is it that
Like, you know, the off-white ones, or like the recent Travis Scott olives that just dropped. You know, those shoes you're not going to really see in any retailers over here. Maybe at like LA, they'll have like one Foot Locker that has them. But mainly it's going to be an online release, and that's where like sneaker botting comes into effect. You know what I mean? You might be on your phone, and then like your wife's phone, and then like, you know, you have your mom and your friend doing it, but then like we sneaker bot, so we have like 2,000 accounts going. You know what I mean? So like out of those 2,000 accounts, we might get 10. You know what I mean? So that's how, for us at least, how we capitalize, or I just have access to the people that have the bulk of it. Now for how they do it, I don't, like you said, I don't ask them questions. It'd be cool to know, but I don't know. I don't know. I don't ask questions. I don't assume anything either. So,
But really, it's for the most part, like you said, sneaker botting, or you just gotta be what it sounds like is maybe a LA market or a New York market or something like that.
I mean, that's that Chicago, LA, New York, and then also now Memphis. You know, like where the facilities are. You know what I mean? So that stuff gets, you know, over there. So it's just even overseas too. Like you said, overseas, a lot of connections. That's honestly a good point. Overseas is great connections. Yeah. You can get a lot of product from overseas. Authentic product. Just make sure you vet out your, you know, vet out your person, and yeah, overseas is awesome.
It's kind of weird though. It's kind of weird sometimes.
So we're gonna lighten it up a little bit. So we got a couple of fun questions here. So another one from IG. Would you rather fight a moose to death for a pair of your favorite shoes all time, or never be allowed to wear shoes again? So you have to fight a moose to death for your favorite pair, or never wear shoes anymore.
I know who asked this question too. My friend Cristiano, which he's the one we're throwing the show with. I know we'll get into that later. I already answered this question too with him. I told him that I'd just rather not wear shoes ever again. I'm not gonna fight no moose, bro. I'm straight.
So they're not worth it.
Nope.
They're not worth
my
it.
life. No, bro. I got a daughter.
They're worth a dollar price.
Yeah, exactly, bro. Exactly. My life is priceless.
Most definitely. So to play off that, I kind of did my own little question off of that. So, long road trip. You make it to the gas station. No cash, only dunks. Whichever dunk you pick, that's fine. But which pair of dunks you trading, and for what out the gas station? You already have gas. Just need some food, chips, something. What pair of dunks? Pandas?
Yeah, easiest, most accessible shoe. So why not just?
And what you trading it for?
What am I trading it for? I mean, can't really say it on the interview, but
Well, it's gas station.
Oh, yeah, like a grab a leaf, you know what I mean? A grab a leaf, and then nice Z Hills water, you know, some nice Z Hills water, and then What else? Oh, my boy Alex put me on the Nerds Gusher things, or the Nerds. What is it called, man? The Nerd
Okay.
Clusters. The Nerd
Okay.
Clusters go crazy.
Okay.
Yeah, so that
Okay.
would definitely be the Nerd Clusters too. He put me on. Even
Okay.
I shouldn't be eating that, but they're so fire.
Most definitely. Most definitely. Most definitely. We got Blockfest coming up.
Yeah.
Tell us a little bit about what that is and what that
Yeah,
entails.
man.
So Blockfest is November 3rd. Go buy tickets. Link in my bio. We got a couple artists from Tampa. My friend Cristiano, I've known him for almost 10 years now. I used to manage him and Gat. Remember I was telling you I used to manage artists. So he was one of the artists that I managed, Gat and Chris. And, you know, we had a bunch of fun with it. I was young. We were enjoying ourselves. We were throwing shows, going on little tours that we put together. And it was, you know, it was awesome. Great experience, you know what I mean? So like I said, I still talk to him every day. So he was like, "Yo, bro, let's throw a show. Let's call it Blockfest." You know what I mean? And he kind of put everything. He facilitated everything, man. He's doing great, and he just, you know, wanted to have us a part of it and have our name on it, man. So it was very fortunate to be a part of. You know what I mean? He kind of put everything together. You know, we got Famous Kid Brick, we got Kimbo, we got Swaver. We got Fancy, so we got a couple other people too, and it's going to be a dope event for local people to come to. And we're hoping to get it as big as we can and hopefully go to the next spot. I want to go skate park at Tampa.
Okay.
You know, that'll be ideal for me. So, you know, yeah, it's a festival.
Raffling off some shoes.
Yeah, we're
there,
gonna.
or-
Sorry, yeah,
or
we're gonna raffle off some shoes.
any certain ones you guys?
I think we're gonna do some Yeezys, man, because we have too many Yeezys. So we're like, might as well raffle off a pair of Yeezys, give them away for free, and also gonna give away some Run the Block merch. We have that will be available at the show as well. I might have someone come and vend with shoes too. Just I gotta see out like liability and see kind of like what it means and how like how it's gonna be and make sure everybody's gonna be safe as well. I don't want to deal with nothing. It's supposed to be an enjoyable night.
Correct.
You know what I mean? But yeah, we are giving away a pair of shoes. Everybody that comes will get a raffle ticket as long as you. I think it's like $15 for like the ticket to come in. And as long as you pay the $15, I think it's like $10 for regular ticket, and then $15 including the raffle ticket.
Okay. Leading to my next question, I was gonna ask, were you gonna get into doing your own merch or even maybe your own shoe brand?
No,
How's that?
it's with the
Yeah, the merch, we're already in the effects of doing it. You know, y'all saw maybe in the last video I was wearing it at SneakerCon. I was wearing some of my merch, but that is the plan. We want to go down branding now. You know, the reselling wholesale side is kind of like pretty much automated at this point. So now we're trying to put our time in somewhere else and trying to figure out the branding. That's why we're doing YouTube. That's why we're doing on TikTok. That's why we're just putting my face out more and putting the brand out more and bringing more brand awareness to the people in the city and across the world and the country. Oh yeah, the brand, the shirts will be released in November, probably beginning of November, online for everybody to go ahead and buy. We're doing like a Tampa theme, so it's a Rays color, lightning color, and then a Bucks colorway. You know, full sweatsuits and a t-shirt. So
What dunks go with that? What's dunks gonna go with those?
All right, what dunks?
So if we get the Run the Block merch, what dunks do we have to go that's gonna match up with it?
What dunks? What dunk? All right, so with the
Or it don't even have
yeah,
to
I mean
be
no dunks. I'm saying with the
retro.
yeah, I'm saying with the Bucks colorway that has like the old creamsicle
Okay,
orange
the
in it.
orange. Ooh.
Yeah, I threw the old little creamsicle on. So you could either go like a neutral shoe with that, like a neutral colorway, right? You could throw like maybe even do like off-white fours just to like just to be subtle with it, or you can just match one of those creamsicles. I'm trying to think of a shoe that would match the creamsicle.
You got them thinking.
I got me thinking. Or you can do bread toes too. You could do bread toes with the Bucks color because it has red on it too and the gray. So the gray goes with everything. And then you have the lightning color. That's like white and blue, just like a navy blue. So I would go with, I'd probably go with the, what are the storm blue ones? This thing's so fire. Storm blue ones with that, with the lightning colorway one, that would go so hard. And then the other one is a raised color. It's like all black with like some yellow in it. So you could really, what could you do with the yellow? Oh, you could do the not for resales. Do the not for resales on that because it's black and yellow. It might do. So I'm feeling that, not for resale.
Okay.
You know, I told you, man, I'm a ones man, dog. And so I just pretty much named all ones. But
Yeah.
yeah, I
Except for the
love.
4 is the first pair.
Yeah. So yeah, I'm a ones man. That's my shit.
Okay. No, you can't. I love ones
Yeah, I
too.
mean, you can't get wrong.
I mean, you can't go wrong. I guess favorite jersey and ones pair. Then, if you pair, if you had to, it doesn't even have it to be a jersey that you own. Maybe any jersey that you like.
Jersey.
Jersey ones and some jeans. What you wearing? This your best. Your best. You finna go to the biggest, whatever.
Jersey though?
Yeah, you gotta wear a jersey with it.
Probably because I'd probably do like number 42 with Jackie Robinson, just because that's like my number. I don't know. It's weird. I love 40. That's just my football number my whole life, and stuck with me. But the number 4 has always stuck with me too. But probably Jackie Robinson jersey. And probably with his Jackie Robinson dunks too. I mean, might as well just do. Might as well. Oh no, you know what? Let me try Jackie Robinson Air Forces. Let me stop.
Air Forces? Okay.
The Air Force is so much harder than the dunks. Those Air Forces that easily could be shoe of the year. Like that shit was crazy.
Most definitely. Okay, that's I have to check those out because I haven't seen.
Oh my God, bro! Those Jackie Robinson Air Forces are insane.
I think the last question that we have actually a question from myself, and you know they say if you don't shoot your shot, you won't make it.
Yeah, okay.
So you know, since I'm doing this interview, you know what I'm saying? I'll just know. Can I get a pair of Yeezys?
Of course, yeah.
Okay. Oh, well, hey. I'm the street consultant. I'm about to go run and get my Yeezys. Finna run around the block with the CEO of Run the Block 813, my partner James Block. It's been a great interview.
Hey,
I
appreciate
enjoyed
taking
it.
your time, man. For real, man.
Man,
Love
you
it,
know
as
it. You know
always.
it's always love.
As always, man.
We definitely gotta get back together, man,
course.
and keep it going. Part 2 maybe on the way, man.
Yeah.
Y'all got questions? Anything?
Ask in the comments down below. And one thing you asked me when you came in here, and I really liked it. You know, I want to know, where's everybody else's mental space at? You know what I mean? How y'all feeling? If you have any problems, questions, hey, reach out, man. I'm an open book. I'm always here to help people out and talk. I love it, man. So, you know, I do love it. Where's your mental space at, though? It's always good to check on yourself.
Facts. That's one of the things on the touch on that. I think that's a big, huge part. That's kind of how we met.
Yeah.
Was Mental Health Mondays, and especially it was a group of men. Men don't kind of talk too much about what's going on, not only personal but family wise, and then kind of when we do, no one wants to hear it.
Of course.
But we had developed that relationship in the group, and it's something I encourage everybody to do, especially men. Get a group of men together and just talk about your mental space and kind of, you know what I'm saying, let each other know that you're there for each other. And obviously, we're all going to make it through. We're going to have obstacles, but having that safe space.
Yeah, it's good to get it off. You know?
Facts.
It can get heavy sometimes. You know what I mean?
Most
So it's good to
definitely.
get it off.
So, yeah, man, it's a
always love
pleasure,
that.
man. Run the Block 813, the
guys.
street consultant, man. Go get it. All platforms. Bless.